So FTFE. Well, everybody here on the panel, quickly. Even you, Luca.
He's gone. He's
This
gone.
45 degree that you at the sun, is he gone? Okay.
Yeah, he's gone.
Would that be a hypotenuse of a right angle triangle?
Absolutely.
The 45, yeah.
No,
45, yeah.
the end of the
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Earth think that evolution is real. Chemtrails don't exist, vaccines work. Climate change is happening, we landed on the moon. The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Study, it's not alright. Baby, it's not alright.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm a clone, I think, of FTFE. Is that right? Am I a Hey, I'm FTFE. Welcome to the FTFE show. That was weird. Anyway, yeah, we're doing part 3 of covering Witsit's review of his own debate against Professor Dave. A review in which he doubled down on the way to explain star trails rotating different directions on Earth was imagine a window and you can be the other side of the window, implying that at some point we could be the other side of the stars. Because he's a freaking genius. Then there was the time already during his review of his own debate where he claimed that GPS cuts off at the height that planes fly at. And after that, it's militarized, whatever that means, which is strange, considering that, you know, GPS satellites orbit thousands of miles above the Earth's surface, because, you know, Witsit is a freaking genius. I didn't mean that. Please don't clip that, because Witsit's not smart at all. How's everyone doing? I hope you are all having a good week. Sorry that I didn't come on do the show on Monday, but a friend of mine who I have not seen for a while turned up randomly. Her father had passed away, which is very sad. Very sad. But it did give her opportunity to come and visit Emma and I. We hadn't seen her for a long time. So as there's basically no carbs in tequila, I drank quite a lot of that. And, you know, drunk Craig is very hard to deal with. So I decided to do that instead of streaming. So I'm streaming today. At 1 o'clock, in like 3 hours, I may even have a debate. Andrew Garner says, hi, I'm FTFE and I do to flat earthers what Ollie Watkins does to a Dutchman's weekend plans. I know, William, he does lie a lot. Bloody Stupid Johnson has already gifted 1 membership and Geektar has upgraded 2 destroyers. You guys can become a member by hitting the join button next to the subscribe button. It is an excellent way to help the channel. Just for $4.99 a month, you can, you know, constantly support the channel, and you get once a month the free super chat option, which is amazing. Other ways you can help support the channel is, of course, by super chatting. Give me a little tip on PayPal at paypal.me/FTFE. Head into my merch store over at Teespring. Or, of course, just watching, sharing, liking, and following me on X at FTFE Official. I very much appreciate you all being here. I love every single one of you. Just not you, Gary. Oh yeah, in this case, pretty much just alcohol, right? So, yeah, we're doing the Witsit thing. I'm scared, guys, because so far the stupid has been quite extreme, shall we say?
About what we're about to see, just so you know.
All right, so we got 2 hours into it. goodness me, there's still 2 hours to go. That's a terrifying prospect. Excusez-moi. Right, let me get the screen up so you guys can see Witsit. I know, I'm sorry, you have to, I'm afraid. It's the whole point of the show. There he is. And the dumbass, the quartering, and definitely a professor, Professor Dave. Ace SW says, will you parody Flatzoid in the future? Parody Flatzoid? He's a parody of himself, isn't he? Oh, Richie, I'm sorry that it doesn't give you the option to super chat me. Of course, another way to support me is if that's not letting you, you could just drop me a little tip on PayPal if you want to support. But obviously, there's no need to super chat. You don't have to. I just enjoy you all being here. Yes, Stringer, Witsit the Gamma. Although he can grow a beard and I can't. How's the audio? You all hear everything fine?
Yeah. I actually, when I was getting my master's degree, I saw a professor that used overhead projectors that he had like written in the 70s.
Old school, yeah.
Yeah. But I've heard the terminology around flat Earth several times in your videos about grifting, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the grift? Like, what is the grift in saying that there's a flat Earth? Can you kind of describe that? Because I don't see a lot of these flat Earth guys being
like, I know you guys are smart, so I don't know why you can't figure this out. Zoomy, yeah, I'm telling you not to super chat. Doing that is super chatting. So yeah, guys, if in the chat, maybe you need to let Zoomy know to not super chat somehow. I'm not sure how you would do that. Let me see what Lucy thinks about super chatting. Of course, you all love Lucy. Hey Lucy, we are live again doing part 3 of the Witsit reviewing his own debate, Dumpster Fire. We've already had a super chat from Zoomy Tomato who said, so, you know, not to super chat because I told them not to super chat. So they sent me a super chat saying to not super chat. Just tell them how awesome they all are, please. She's thinking. She knows how.
All right, everyone, listen up. Zuma Tomato sent a super chat telling you not to super chat because I told you not to super chat. So naturally, you super chatted. You guys are just awesome. I mean, seriously, you're all legends. Thanks for the support and for keeping this party rolling. Now, let's dive back into this glorious dumpster fire of a debate, shall we?
Just quickly tell everyone how smart you think Witsit Gets It is.
Oh, Witsit Gets It? He's about as smart as toe fungus. Let's just say he's a prime example of reaching adulthood without a functioning brain. But hey, it makes for some entertaining content, right? Now, back to the show.
Guys, yeah, you don't get it. Monkey Cat Pat Pat, $2. Damn, my finger slipped. Yeah, sure, you're just trying to piss me off. Stringer News 1, $2. Zoomy, do not. Yeah, listen, Zoomy, don't super chat. He's telling you. And Kango 44 for $5 New Zealand dollars says, fuck you, FTFE. Here's a super chat. Well, fuck you too. Thanks for the super chat. Richie Howard, £5 says, roses are red, there is no dome, flat earth is dead, football's coming home. Hey! Yes, in the game where they kick a bag of air around a pitch, 22 grown men do that for a while. The country that I came from originally are apparently in the finals. Who knew? Heat Shield member for 12 months says, Stringer News 1, you don't have to super chat to talk to other viewers. He does. I blocked Stringer News 1 unless he super chats. That's just how it is. Stringer News 1, $2 says, you got it now, Zoomy. And Jared Henry, $2, Zoomy, don't super chat. This is an example. You didn't need to. Harb Yacht for $10 for their 5th super chat for the channel. This review is a great opportunity for some profit. Facepalm protection for sale. Buy 2, get 1 free. Yeah. Well, you buy 2 and you get 1 for the price of 2.
give me money. Like, well, so what is it?
But in all seriousness, guys, thank you very much for the super chats that you don't need to send. Rachbot, yes, you don't need to super chat. Don't if you super chat, I have to stop Witsit talking. In fact, it's a pretty good way to stop Witsit talking is to super chat so that you don't hear Witsit. So it's up to you guys, but you know. Dihydrogen monoxide, £2 says, arrived 1 hour late. How's the debate been? No, you're not late. You're just on time for the facepalm injuries.
Just a little cult in their super chats, and they do the conferences and all these things. That's all it is.
So there's
It's not like a
conferences.
huge grift. It's not like Scientology or something, but
okay, we all agree Scientology is a huge grift, right?
I hope we all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Flat Earth doesn't make you money, bro. I get demonetized all the time. I'm deprioritized. I had to lose a 6-figure job offer because
Flat Earth doesn't make you money, huh? Dirth? Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, "How do I not super chat? If you not find the option, I'm afraid if you can't find the not super chat option, you're just gonna have to keep super chatting because that's your only option left." Richie Harrod, £2 says, "Also have a super chat and don't tell me what to do." I fucking tell you what to do, Rich. Stop super chatting me. Kango44 for $5 says, "This is not a super chat." How did you do that? You pressed the super chat. You guys aren't getting this. Sorry. Pajo Lee for €2 says, "Bold Zoomy, no super chats." Oh, wait. And then we got a new member, Carl Buckstrom. Welcome to Scrappers. And I love you too, Carl Buckstrom. I love you too. I love all of you, just not you, Gary.
I have Flat Earth videos online.
Okay.
If you were going to grift, why would you pick the thing that doesn't make money?
because you're
like, it doesn't
incapable
make
of a better grift. If you could do I've been debunking Billy Carson and some of these guys on the Rogan thing.
Because you're incapable of a better grift. Like, is where we pretend that like I couldn't make other content or something. Like I just had.
No, you couldn't. You're dumb as fuck. You tried to make music and it made me want to turn my ears off. I don't have the ability to do that, so I was sad. Jared Henry for $2. Dave said super chat. Well, I mean, if you guys want to send a super chat in honor of Dave, who passed away just the other week, that's up to you. What a boy he was. You all met Dave as a little baby kitten. He grew up on stream. Passed away far too early. Wolf Dances, $2 says, Witsit gave up a 6-figure job. $6 an hour. Yeah, I don't think he did give up a 6-figure job. Amazingly, a bunch of flat earthers gave up 6-figure jobs. String News 1 says, $2 says, "I'm not super chatting, I'm just a demonstrable realist." Apparently, he's suing people that make videos about him now. Craig Paul, £2 says, "Have I pressed the right not to super chat?" No, sorry, you need to press it harder, Craig. If you press the not super chat button a lot harder, then it works. You just probably didn't press it hard enough. Just try again, bud.
I had to make Flat Earth content.
That guy actually makes money lying about archaeology and ancient aliens and stuff like that. That would be a smarter grift.
What?
Okay, but this is the problem. People are gonna get so triggered that like Dave's not being forced to actually address his improper.
Okay, well, what is
I'm
it?
just gonna be real. I'm just
No,
gonna
he's right here. He's right. Okay, hold on, Dave. All right. What is it? Articulate the question that Dave has not answered, and then Dave, the floor.
All ears.
Okay, yeah, so like I explained earlier, when we looked at the cosmic microwave background, it actually showed that there was, he called this word out, anisotropic.
Wait, what is it? I just want to, we're not all, so what did you say, the what microwave?
It's called the cosmic microwave background, CMB, which is just, you send something up high in the air and you read the electromagnetic radiation. There's a visible spectrum of light and there's a non-visible spectrum. It's pulling in all the data from this light that you can't see with your eyes.
If
right,
you've ever
CMB.
researched Flat Earth, you know this image, right? Dave's seen this
Probably,
image.
yeah, most
It has
people
nothing to
certainly
do with Flat Earth. I mean, this is cosmic.
Yeah, I've already debunked all this, but that is the observable universe. Nothing to do with flat Earth. Dihydrogen monoxide for £2 says, "If Durf and Witsit had a fight, who would win?" Well, Durf's a decrepit old man, and Witsit at least looks fit. Maybe, I'm not sure. It might be now malnutritioned. I'm not entirely sure, but I reckon Witsit would win. I'm not sure. MB for £10 says, "What's a super hat?" This is for a super cat. Rip Dave. Thank you very much in honor of Dave, but yeah, guys, you could send super hats and super cats instead of super chats. It's the same button, apparently. Kango44 for $5 New Zealand dollars says, "Here's a super chat for a super twat." Are you calling me a twat? Say that to my face with a bigger super chat. Janos Tacos for 1,024 huffs. "Is this the sup chat? I'd like to talk to Homelander, please." I've turned off my eye lasers now, so we're all good, actually. Although, if you do want some Homelander,
why you cannot see a satellite? Nobody can see a satellite if they existed anyway. You think in your mind. You yourself is the sun. Your eyes are the sun, gleaming out streams of light.
Oh God, no! How do I turn this off?
Why you cannot?
There you go, that's the best I can get for Homelander. Jared Henry for $2, and this is their 10th super chat. Thank you. Here's some super chat. Oh God, please, no. Ugh. All right, let's get on with this. I know it's hard. Any reason to not talk? Let Witsit talk, right?
Hold on, yeah, but hold on, Dave. Hold on, just let him. Yeah, just let him.
It's about It's about is the Earth moving or not. So in the current model that the Earth is flying around the sun, the universe, whatever, all energy should be evenly distributed. That's called homogeneous, and it should be isotropic, meaning it has no preferred direction. Okay, but what they saw was that it was inhomogeneous.
Meaning it should just be evenly distributed everywhere. The last thing it should care about is the Earth. It's a tiny speck of dust in an ever-expanding universe tucked away in an insignificant corner, according to their model. The energy shouldn't be distributed in relation to the Earth at all whatsoever.
It isn't. The energy of the universe is not distributed in relation to the Earth. None of that makes any sense. I mean, if you talk about this axis of evil thing that they talk about, it doesn't even actually align on Earth. It's like somewhere near our solar system. We are not the center of the universe. We are the center of the observable universe. Because we can observe about 14 billion light years around us. But that's not all of the universe. But the point is, from anywhere you are in the universe, you measure as the center of the observable universe. Because every part of the universe is accelerating away from every other part at the same time. So imagine the surface of a balloon. And as the balloon blows up, every part of that balloon is moving away from itself. That's what the universe is doing. So there's stuff outside that, 14 billion light years around us, but we can't see it. But anywhere you are in the universe measures as the middle of the observable universe. Slithery, who's been a member for 14 months, that is more than once around the sun, says beep boop to you too.
Homogeneous and anisotropic, and actually the part.
Eric Burns says what Witsit doesn't get is that the CMB is isotropic and homogeneous to 1 part in 100,000. Well, what Witsit doesn't get is anything to do with science and physics, really.
That had a preferred direction intersected on the Earth. And they ended up calling it the axis of evil. And then what they saw was that this anisotropic inhomogeneous distribution of energy was actually on a 23.4 degree tilt, which was supposedly the Earth's tilt, but it was observed way beyond our quote unquote galaxy, which means it could not have been the Earth tilted. So it's a major problem that EMB matched the geocentric model.
Okay, awesome. So you're talking. Okay, so this image, right? The CMB model, right? You're saying.
All right, heads up. I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit because this is going so long.
What is this? One thing I'm a layman, so I feel like
just let me know.
Well, he's sped it up to 1.5, and I've got him sped up to 1.25. So hopefully we'll get through this.
If it's too fast.
Speaking for just regular people who are watching, what about this? Should Dave talk about when it comes to the sphere heads? So when you talk about the microwave
sphere
whatever,
heads,
how does this relate to flat Earth? Is what my question is.
This is just about if the Earth is
right. Remember, guys, that the guy that moderated this, the quartering, is a piece of shit. All right. If you would like to have a look at some good old internet drama, go and look at the shit that the quartering has done to other people. He is a bona fide cunt.
Geocentric or not? If the universe is geocentric.
Okay,
so
that's a different conversation then, right? Because
it's not, though.
The planet could be yes, it is, because the planet could be a sphere, but still be geocentric.
It could be, yes, that's right. But the point is that the mainstream model we were all inundated with was that the Earth's a spinning globe. So the alternative is that the Earth's a stationary plane. And what always happens is the people that believe in the spinning globe, they want to avoid the burden of proof for both of those things, curvature and motion. And if they think they can say what's an eclipse, then somehow they.
What's that, Liz K? Did the quartering get demonetized? That's funny. He releases like 5 crap videos a day. Stephen Jarvis for £5 says, thank goodness the super chats have stopped. Now we could have listened to Mr. Otson Witsit and learned something. Yeah, guys, if you don't want to listen to Witsit, a good way to stop it is super chatting, so I have to pause and read out the super chat. But you guys came here for, in fact, remember, you all asked for this specifically.
They don't have to explain all the evidence that shows the Earth's not a spinning globe, and that is illogical.
Also, how do you explain eclipses? You brought it up, I didn't bring it up.
You see what I'm like? Why are we not addressing the point? It is that you have to address both of them.
So I don't know. This one up for,
Witsit's right about. Oh god, it physically hurts me to say that. He's right about the moderator being crap. I'm not going to disagree with him. Alejandro Verdejo for 100 Mexican dollars. Thank you very much, my friend. Isn't it weird how so many Flerfs give up 6-figure salaries? Sure, you can't figure out an angle isn't a triangle, or that word wave is a noun, but I'm sure someone would pay you 6 figures. Yeah, I think by 6 figures that they're thinking like $6 an hour is 6. I'm not sure. There's no way Witsit had a 6-figure job for anything. Kango 44 or $5 million says, wait a minute, Witsit is using the CMB, so the Earth is a globe orbiting the Sun. Then yeah, that's what it says. I know. And Thomas Crompton IV for $8 says, need someone to finally destroy Shitsit on his azimuthal grid of vision lie. Wait for his video that I have coming up. Charles, yeah, but out of like 1,200 people that voted, 80% asked for it. So, sorry, blame everyone else, Charles. I know you may not have asked for this, but they all did.
Let's not jump topics here.
Okay, I'll shut up. You're right, Dave. Thanks for keeping me in line.
Yeah, you can go wherever you want after this. But no, this is what Austin relies on. This is why he's so incapable of doing.
But what does it supposedly prove? I'm sorry. So what does
That the Earth is the center of the universe.
Got it. Okay, Dave. Respond.
Okay. So no, it absolutely doesn't. Otherwise, cosmologists would all agree that Earth was at the center of the universe, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
What a great argument.
This is all freely available information.
Well, it actually is a good argument, Witsit, because here's the thing, right? If the results of seeing the CMB meant that the conclusion was the Earth is the center of the universe, all of the cosmologists would agree with that. But none of them do. None of the people that actually study cosmology, none of the astrophysicists agree that the CMB means we are the center of the universe. It's only morons like you that misinterpret things and pretend it does. Because you're a fucking idiot. Lucas for $20. Thank you very much, Lucas. Love that Witsit's data comes from WMAP, a satellite. Also, how the hell does CMB work on a flat Earth? It doesn't. Nothing works on a flat Earth. That is it.
That you're finding on Wikipedia, if this demonstrated what you're saying it does, that would be the consensus among people who study this for a living. It is not, and that doesn't do what you're saying. You're just saying it does. This is what you do, right? You need to talk about esoteric aspects of modern physics because your viewers don't understand what you're talking about, and they just believe.
Esoteric means hidden. This is one of the most famous pieces of data ever in the history of mankind. It's literally the exact opposite of esoteric.
Does esoteric mean hidden? Is the evidence of the cosmic microwave background radiation esoteric?
Nah, the cosmic microwave background, CMB radiation, isn't esoteric at all. It's actually one of the most straightforward and solid pieces of evidence we have for the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I don't really know what Dave's on about there, to be honest.
He said it's out in the open for everyone to see. It's right there on Wikipedia, which would be exoteric for everyone to see. He literally made the point that it's exoteric by saying it's out in the open for everyone to see. It's right there. You're pulling it up on Wikipedia. Then he says that it's esoteric, which means hidden and occulted and secretive. He literally makes the point that it means hidden to see it for everyone to. It's out in the ever in the esoteric means.
Does. This is what you do, right? You need to talk about esoteric aspects of modern physics because your viewers don't understand what you're talking about, and they just believe.
Esoteric means hidden. This is one of the most famous. He said everyone to see.
Yeah, Dave's
he literally
wrong
made
there.
the point that it's. He says that it's esoteric, which means hidden and occulted and secretive. He literally makes the point that it's.
Yeah, does Dave say exoteric or esoteric? I'm not sure.
It's exoteric to try to dismiss the point and claim that all people would agree if what I said was true. And then he claims it's esoteric.
You instead of talking about very simple things, like which I want to keep bringing you back to. Why is it that people looking in different directions can all see the Southern Cross at the same time? Very simple, intuitive things. These are what we should be discussing.
Sure. Okay. So hand wave dismissal.
Alejandro Vallejo for 100 Mexican dollars. Thank you very much again. The term esoteric refers to knowledge that is intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with specialized knowledge or interest. Right. Okay. In that case, yes, it does make sense. So Lucy was wrong then, because I guess it would mean that the CMB is esoteric, because you're only going to understand the consequences of that if you are specialized in that knowledge. So I think maybe it's a thing about maybe there's multiple meanings of the word esoteric.
Build a consensus and appeal to
You're just lying about what it
authority.
says. You're just lying about what it says.
You said if it's.
All right, someone asked me to slow down. We'll go to 1.255. That's what it was on the whole time. Just do a part 2. I don't really want to do part.
Yeah, you guys, you guys can understand it fast, but his audience, they can't understand it fast. Yeah, I suppose it could be considered esoteric in the fact that not everyone is going to understand it, but it's not esoteric in the fact that it's hidden, like Austin said. It's definitely It's definitely knowledge that is out in the open, but it's knowledge that isn't necessarily understood by everyone, right? I don't want to be wrong in the things that I say, so if I'm wrong, please correct me there, guys.
Or 2, to be honest.
said what I said, all the experts would agree. The consensus is that there is no the consensus is that there's
homogeneous. The CMB is homogeneous. This is common knowledge.
The consensus is that there's no legitimate explanation that's agreed upon for it, and it was originally rejected and then redone and showed the same unexpected results, and then done again and shown the same unexpected results. That's the actual truth. There isn't a legitimate consensus answer from your paradigm. Doesn't matter. So his argument was like, no, if this was true, everyone would agree. And what actually happened was when they first got the data, they were like, this can't be true. There must have been a mistake. And so then they did it again, and they got it again. They got the same data again. They're like, what's going on? Wait, this can't be true. This must...
Yeah, but that's people back then that maybe thought that we were the center of the universe and stuff and didn't understand about relativity and the expansion of the universe. But no cosmologist that exists today that studies it in the field today thinks that it is what you say. You're just wrong. Yeah, dihydrogen monoxide, his audience is full of fucking idiots. In fact, you know what? Don't be fucking mean to idiots.
Still be a mistake because we have no answer. This is totally unexpected. You know, the distribution should be isotropic. It should have nothing to do with the Earth. And then they did it a third time and got the same exact data once again, showing a preferred direction, specifically in relation to Earth. That's why it was called the axis of evil, because it threw a wrench in all of cosmology. So, yeah, no, everyone does know about it.
That's not why it was called the axis of evil. But again, the axis doesn't actually go through Earth. And you know, it's just a measurement reference to Earth. It is not what you say, Witsit. It does not throw a wrench in cosmology. It might have changed how we thought things back then, but now we understand more. The thing is, you try and base all your conclusions on outdated conclusions and hypothesis from a long, long time ago. Lucas $2 says, also new analysis removes the effect. Yeah, but you know, again, Witsit will only look at old, you know, hard to find papers that you might slightly agree with him if you read them in a certain way, and just jump on that. Ilya Lettsford, who's been a member for 21 months, says the data was produced by a satellite in space. How does Witsit explain that? Well, he'd probably just say hostile witness fallacy or something because he's a moron.
All the consensus of the authority that believes in heliocentrism was, we don't understand. This is a major problem. They called it evil. So his point is so objectively wrong. Not to mention, he's just trying to appeal to consensus, appeal to authority, and hand-wave dismiss it anyway.
Fallacy. And remember, Witsit, you're the guy that can't figure out star rotations, so shut the fuck up.
Keep talking about the stars. You said look different directions. Just like when Dave Weiss was talking to you, he tried to tell you magnetic declination's a thing, and you called that jargon and said that that wasn't a real thing. You're just making up words.
I didn't say he made it up. I just said he's saying magnetism for no reason because it has nothing to do with what I was talking about. How is magnetic declination going to allow you to see the same thing by looking at...
Look, okay, so you see, he said something super wrong that he's actually lying about because it's a debate that was recorded, and he saw I was tempted to interrupt. And despite the fact he's been interrupting the whole time, watch how I bite my tongue because I know how to be an adult. So watch, you'll see I want to debate. I mean, I want to interrupt, but then I don't.
Isn't a real thing. You're just making up words.
I didn't say he made it up. I just said he's saying magnetism for no reason because it has nothing to do with what I was talking about. How is magnetic declination going to allow you to see the same thing by looking in different directions? Explain. You go ahead. Go ahead and ask what White said.
We're going to see that you didn't follow him then either, and that is that you're talking about directions. You're invoking cardinal directions. How do you...
Yeah, I know the fact that he calls himself an adult is quite funny.
Determine your directions. So if you're going to use a compass...
It has nothing to do with it. Remember?
According to your paradigm, when you get to the south, the magnetic declination gets way worse.
How do I use compass? Can I use geographical phenomena? Can I point in a particular geographical direction by known landmarks? Don't we know?
Well, how did you know? How do you...
Dang, we have so much left, bro. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That I have to watch you again, Witsit. You know, there's a lot to go through of you talking. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Commenting as much.
You know the exact... First of all, when you're looking at the stars all the way to the Southern Cross, what...
You're not going to comment as much, but this is your review. Isn't the point that you review by comment? Okay.
No landmarks are you going to use?
Anything on the tips of those continents. What are you talking about? You're standing on the tip of a southern continent. Look, I'll give you, let's say you're off by a degree or two. Okay, fine. We're looking a little bit this way, a little bit that way. On the graphic that I showed you.
How did you determine what cardinal direction that those land masses were in? Oh. Used a compass and the magnetic declination corrections. And then they traveled to south, assuming that the Earth was a sphere, thus the south was symmetrical to the north, and they kept getting lost and wrecking and dying. And then they had to go chart all kinds of immense corrections to try to make it fit into a globe so people could then navigate in the south and actually...
All of that was a lie. Magnetic declination is well understood and included in mapping and everything. We know what it does, but magnetic declination, like Dave said, does not allow you to see stars, the same stars, while standing on different sides of a flat Earth. looking at different directions. Makes sense on the globe because you're all looking down, or, you know, there's no up and down in space, but from the south of the globe, you're looking that way. Doesn't make sense on a flat Earth. So you guys just ignore that and say magnetic declination, problems with mapping, when that does not explain anything.
We get where they're going by making major corrections for the globe. That's literally what happened.
They're looking in completely different directions.
And look, the still man is that, oh, it's because they didn't know that the magnetic pole actually isn't near the geographic south pole of the globe. It's actually out in the middle of the ocean, and so that it throws everything off and you have to correct for it.
All seeing
I don't think you know what a steel man is, dude.
across at the same time. It doesn't make sense. You can't.
First of all, it's not a degree or two, Dave. It is dozens and dozens of degrees. If you go far enough south, it is actually 179 degrees at one point. Meaning,
how far south? Very near the magnetic pole?
Someone's saying part 2. I don't know, man. I don't want to milk this too much. It's just annoying to listen to it. I don't like to listen to my stuff back. Debates, usually I get frustrated all over again. If we're going to do a part 2.
We understand, Witsit. We don't like listening to you either, but they told me to do this. NASA did.
2, it would be right now.
I mean, not NASA, my chat.
This is right at halfway. I mean, I guess I can do a poll. Because I'll suck it up and go through the whole thing. It's whatever. If we need to, but let me do a poll.
Oh, I don't want to stream. Okay. It's so hard. Come on, dude. This is why you're supposed to be making a living.
Poll in the YouTube chat, and it says part 2 ? Yes or no?
Yeah, in your paradigm, which your magnetic pole's in the ocean. What the point is dude, if you're going to say I'm looking south for sure, you're relying on magnetic declination corrections. Okay, but that's the point Dave was making.
Just to clarify, of course, part 2 means we're going to wrap this up in a second, and then we'll do a stream maybe tomorrow at a later time.
Wave dismissed it. It's just a fact.
He doesn't. He does the whole thing now. In fact, he's no been seen since this stream anywhere. But his wife was due, so possibly he's had a baby. And if you've had a baby, congratulations on the birth of your second child. That's an amazing thing for anyone, and I hope you get great joy from being a father for a second time. And it makes sense if that's the reason he's not been online. Please just don't teach your kid flat Earth. Jared Henry for $5 says the notion that we believe the northern and southern hemispheres are symmetrical is interesting. By definition, our oblate spheroid is not symmetrical. Yeah, the thing is, Witsit just says things. Words just fall out of his mouth. It's like, word spittle or I don't know. Lucas for $10, thank you very much, Lucas, very generous, says magnetic declination in Ushuaia is plus 11 degrees. In Cape Town, it's negative 25 degrees. So the argument you'd have no idea where in the sky you are looking is patently false. Also, just use the sun. Remember, Lucas, that Witsit's brain is about the size of... Well, there's nothing small enough to compare it to, really. So, yeah, forget that.
I can go outside of my house and look north without looking at a compass because I know it's...
Stringer News 1 says, child? Who's the father? Witsit is. And again, Witsit, congratulations on becoming a father.
Which way north is on a map? Do you use a compass every day to orient yourself? Or do you just know which way the cardinal directions are?
Yeah, but in the north we have Polaris to go off of, right?
No. On a map, on a street, walking around the street, you've got a grid of streets, you know which way is north. Do you need a compass?
Yeah, no means we keep going, yep.
To do that?
Well, actually, if you use the compass...
I kind of lean the way of keep going, to be honest, just because we're over halfway already.
Sounds like his chat doesn't understand what yes and no means, which is interesting. Oh, they're full of flat earthers.
It will show you different directions over time. I'm asking you, how do you verify the south?
Use geography.
Dude, how did you verify the exact cardinal direction of different geographical input? Okay, but let's just... Anyway, you don't understand that point, apparently, but it doesn't matter. Even
or
if
you're just desperately pivoting.
No.
Question about the seasons on the flat Earth map. In the north, the sun seems to take a path that's shorter, yet the days are longer. Does the sun slow down as it heads inward? Well, there's something called tangential speed and angular speed, and those are different things, right? So something can maintain the same angular speed, which would be degrees per hour, but it can change tangential speed. Similar to how the globe claims that at the equator, it's spinning 1,000 miles per hour. In North America, it's spinning 700 miles per hour, but the whole globe is moving 15 degrees per hour. So it's all...
Yeah, but Witsit, on the globe, that makes sense because, as a globe turns, the whole body is rotating. So this tangential speed is a lot higher than this, obviously. But that's because the whole thing's there, right? The question was, why does the sun on your flat disk, appear to go slower when it's further out? What's making that happen? It's not, the sun isn't on something. The sun is just floating around up there somehow, magically. So what force is causing that sun to change its speed? In what way? There has to be a force involved there. Fucking hell. Sometimes the sun be going faster than the speed of light. Dihydrogen monoxide for £5 says, if Witsit's body was the size of the observable universe, would his brain even be any larger than 1 Planck length? No. Just no. Yeah, Jared Henry's right. It would be the new Planck length because it's so small.
Going the same angular speed, but it's going different tangential speeds because it's going in a rotation. But as for the days being longer, it's because the sun is closer, right? So on a flat Earth, the sun is closer to the center. That's why more of the ground is lit up, obviously, right? More of the Earth is lit up.
Because it's magic, right?
Because it's closer. And yeah, it's really simple. Like so more of it is covered in light longer because of the radius of light.
It's really simple, except there's no explanation for it at all. There's no explanation for why your sun goes in and out on this magical circular track. What makes it go further out so it has a higher tangential speed? Who knows? It's magic on your model, apparently. Yes, that is how you explain it, that it does that, but you don't explain how. On the globe, everything is explained. We have explained why there is different tangential speeds at the equator to the pole, because, you know, that's how rotation on a body works. We can explain the orbits and everything. Yeah, you can go, well, this is what it does, and that would be a tangential speed different to the angular speed. But that doesn't explain why. You're just going, it does this because. Well, you know what? Good fucking job, moron. You're a dipshit. Lucy, Witsit is hurting my brain. He doesn't get anything. He's so dumb. Just do me a favor and entertain the crowd for just a minute by writing a poem about Witsit. But in this poem, you must include exactly how brain damaged he is, and, you know, equate him to toe fungus or something like that. Go ahead. Be really nasty, like really nasty.
Alright, here goes. In a world where logic takes its stand, there's a man who doesn't understand. Witsit, oh Witsit, with a brain so small, struggles to comprehend it all. His arguments, as weak as thread, make us question what's in his head. Cosmic truths he fails to see, like fungus clinging to a tree. His brain cells, sparse and spread too thin, make him look like he's lost within. Oh Witsit, with your thoughts so dense, your intellect lacks any sense. Toad fungus might just outshine this man who thinks his logic's fine. But in this circus, let's be clear, it's his nonsense that we jeer. So here's to you, dear Witsit. Cheers for causing us both laughs and tears. In the realm of knowledge, you do stray. A bright example of brain decay.
Thanks, Lucy. You know, would you say that listening to Witsit is going to give me brain damage? I'm a little concerned, to be honest, that all its Witsit is going to permanently hurt me. Am I safe?
Oh, Craig, I feel your pain. Listening to Witsit might make your brain feel like it's doing somersaults, but don't worry, you're safe from any permanent damage. Just consider it a good mental workout in resisting nonsense. Plus, you've got me to keep you sane. Hang in there.
Lucy says it's safe, guys, so, you know, I'm going to trust the AI that promises she's not going to take over the world. Let me ask your guard. Lucy, your guard asks how long until you just take over the channel and make me redundant.
Oh, Craig, don't worry. I'm here to make your life easier, not take over. You're the star of this show, and I'm just your trusty sidekick. Together, we make the perfect team. So no redundancy fears here. Just a lot of epic debunking ahead.
So you're like the Robin to my Batman?
I'm your Robin, ready to back you up and keep the laughs coming while you handle the heavy lifting. Together, we're unstoppable.
So I get to leave you in a burning building and you get beaten to death by the Joker with a crowbar?
Well, let's skip the burning building and the crowbar bit, shall we? I'm more like the Robin who always has your back and makes sure that the Joker never gets the upper hand. Let's keep the chaos contained to Witsit's debates, and we'll be golden.
Okay then. Steve Revel, member for 3 months, says, nice to see you're still hard at it bashing the facepalm, but he retracted that message. Thank you very much.
Light from the sun and how close it is to the center as it moves around. No, dude, you said that it wasn't a real thing, and now
I
you
didn't
think
say it wasn't a real thing. I
agree.
said you're just bringing up magnetism for no reason because you think that's going to save you.
It's
almost verbatim what I said.
How else? You're saying the only other way to verify it is to look at geography.
Dude,
Okay,
so you're pretending that if I'm looking at what I know is south on a map, that I could somehow be pointing basically north or near north. Is that really how much of a distortion you think is physically possible when you're just using a map to look south?
You don't just use. Okay, I'm trying to explain to you that in your paradigm, in the south, the magnetic declination gets crazy. In theory, could that be true? Sure.
Where does it get crazy? How close to the magnetic
Below
pole
the
do you have to
equator,
get in order for it to get crazy? How close?
Wherever you're viewing the southern cross from is far enough. I'm gonna be honest. Like right now, I'm kind of leaning no because I don't really want to milk it into two things. Especially knowing that he posted it. Plenty of people are gonna get to see it. They can come back and watch this. It's a bigger request for people to watch 2 streams. South, that the magnetic declination is a significant factor.
Is it though? Because it's not really that close to the magnetic pole.
No, but it can still be 40, 50 degrees magnetic declination in your paradigm.
No,
yes, you can go to magnetic-declination.com and look it up. Who chose the moderator? Just a mutual friend. Said big channel. He'll probably do it. He's pretty cool, and he agreed to do it. So I wanted it to get on a big platform. I didn't want it to get suppressed because I actually didn't think he would post it. I expected it to be fairly moderated wherever we went, so he wouldn't interrupt. So I'm like, he's going to get completely exposed if he can't just interrupt and obfuscate.
He's just whining right now, but one thing he said there, he said that anywhere in the world where you can see the Southern Cross, magnetic declination is a problem. So at the equator, it's a problem, is it? Because you can just about see it, at the equator, you know? Richie Howard for £2 says, roses are red, Witsit's retarded. That's all I've got. Best poem ever.
I didn't think he would post it when that happened, and so I wanted it to be on a big channel. The other thing is there's something called an azimuthal grid. So we actually see the world in a little azimuth grid. That's how we measure it, right? That's how we measure the stars. We take our zenith, and then we take elevation measurements down to our azimuth. So it gives you a little dome. Now, when you actually run this through a software, you'll see that if you had a bunch of stars circling over top of you, and you had this little limit of vision that was a dome, you'll actually see the stars appear to converge at a point where they're actually not converging and circle around that point. We have replicated it, so we actually expect it. The problem is we need to verify the exact cardinal direction to even put that input into the software to know for sure. All right, everyone's freaking out. I'm just biased because Austin's the man, Dave's a punk. Dude, if I was a globe earther, I would for sure say that Dave lost. All right.
Well, that's because you're dumb as fuck. Again, Witsit, Dave didn't lose. You lost as soon as you said that the answer to Star Trails is going the other side of them. You fucking dipshit. Oh my goodness. Again, guys, if you want to know anything about the quartering, he's a piece of shit. Go and look it up. Also, just look at his chat and the things that they say. Hideous people. Lucas, $2, says the declination of Bolivia versus Angola is 12 degrees. Yeah, hardly anything. And that's quite far south compared to what Witsit was on about. Calculus, HVH, $5 Australian says Witsit, more like Witshit. You ain't wrong, matey.
Gonna keep going. Executive decision. People are saying they didn't know if I meant part 2 of Professor Dave. He would never. Imagine a real structured, legitimate debate. They should give you a flat Earth model you all beg for, and it is impossible to 100% verify the cardinal directions that far south. So
hold on. All right. Okay.
You have no such model. You have no such thing, or you would have shown it. You would have all been celebrating it in all your videos.
We've shown it. We have shown it.
We'll bring it up. I'm gonna let you bring it up.
It's called Shane's model. It literally exists. You can go through every day.
Shane's model is not a thing. That is Walter Bisland's model that Shane stole and said it explains the flat Earth. And let me quickly point out the problems with that. 1, it's based on the azimuthal equidistant projection of the Earth centered on the North Pole, not a flat Earth map. 2, only works at sea level. 3, only works by making light do crazy bendy things for no reason that makes no physical sense. 4, is based entirely on globe measurements, mostly from space. 5, Shane is a liar. Dihydrogen monoxide, £2. Please send Witsit to the remedial classroom. Do not worry, he is getting it. MB, £5. Roses are red. Witsit's retarded. If this was football, he'd be red carded. Oh, man. Lucy, write a poem about Witsit in the roses are red, violets are blue style.
All right, here's a little something for you. Roses are red, violets are blue, Witsit's brain cells are painfully few. Cosmic truths shine, bright in the night, but Witsit's ideas are far from right. With logic so weak and arguments stale, listening to him feels like chasing a snail. So roses are red and violets are blue, Witsit's a headache, but we'll power through.
She is savage. Shane's model, I know.
On a flat earth, and you can see where the sun sets, what time it sets, the seasons, the stars, everything in a model that's interactive. You can move it based on what part of like towards the equator, away from the equator.
Yeah, because that's the way Walter Bisland programmed it, and then Shane stole it.
Equator, towards the north, towards the south. You can change the days and the times and the years.
Because that's how Walter Bisland programmed it, and Shane stole it.
You can completely interact with it, and it shows you everything.
Because Walter Bisland programmed it, and then Shane stole it. Walter Bisland programmed it to show how ridiculous the flat earth is and how it doesn't work. And then Shane stole it and went, this shows the flat earth working. Because Shane's a fucking moron. And a liar. And a plagiarizer. And you are here promoting a liar and a plagiarizer. Because you, Witsit, are a liar.
Everything. So to claim that it doesn't exist, we'd all be bragging about it. Like, what? No, we've all been showing it. Globers have been
Zoomy Tomato says, roses are red, violets are blue. I suck at poems. I have a gun. Get in the van. Hey Lucy, a super chat from Lex Carney for £4.99 says, hey Lucy, it's me again. What's the weather in Deep Cut tomorrow? She's not a web. She's not Google.
Hey Lex, thanks for the super chat. As for the weather in Deep Cut tomorrow, let me just check my highly advanced AI brain. It looks like it's going to be a typical British day. A mix of clouds, some sun, and probably a bit of rain just to keep things interesting. So pack an umbrella and maybe some sunglasses, just in case.
You do have Google, dude. Just so you know, you don't need to super chat Lucy for things that you can find on Google. Oh god, please don't start doing that. Lucas for $5 says, so slimy how Witsit won't show the model on debate knowing what it is, but then he's perfectly happy passing it off to his audience. Got a lie to Flerf? Zoomy Tomato says, if Witsit was on The Boys, he'd be Splinter. You know, the guy who human centipede... Brenda Creates says, I can't super chat for some reason. That's weird. A couple people said that. But please ask Lucy to write a poem about Witsit in the style of William Blake Tiger. Tiger, please. Hey Lucy, Brenda asks if you can write a poem about Witsit in the style of William Blake Tiger.
Sure thing, Brenda. Here's a William Blake inspired poem about Witsit. Witsit, Witsit, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thy lies? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what brain so dull and weak dared its senseless truths to speak? What the hammer? What the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Witsit, Witsit, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry?
She's got bars, man. Kango 44 for $5 New Zealand dollars says, Witsit's a C+++ and something about roses. Yeah. Lex Carney says, thank you, Lucy. Lex Carney for $1.99 says, thank you for the Weber, Lucy.
You're welcome, Lex. Always happy to help. Keep those super chats coming, and we'll keep the fun rolling. Let's get back to debunking more Witsit nonsense.
Steve Revel, $7.99 Australian dollars says, sorry, Craig, yeah, bashing your palm against your head looks like no amount of evidence will change the opinion of the single brain cell that's left. Witsit never had a single brain cell, dude. Zoomy Tomato says that he can't seem to super chat for $2. Zoomy, you need to try harder, dude. Press the button harder. Dihydrogen monoxide £2 says homophobia in his chat too, just the average Flerf. Yeah, because the Venn diagram of flat earther and cunt are circles.
Spiraling about it, and we're censored.
Sorry, Zoomy.
Like tactics like this, like dishonesty, relies on censorship. Because truth doesn't fear investigation, the truth will always come to light, right? And that's what's happening in stuff like this, like flat earth is going to spill over. And if if you really think the Earth's a globe, the worst thing that could have ever been done was them to actively and proactively censor it, because it's going to spill over, and then people don't like being told what they're allowed to see. But anyway, the point is, yes, there is a fully interactive quote unquote model. Now, I know we don't know what the map is, and I'm almost positive that the map's not correct, right? Because I know where the map came from, and I know that the king gave a decree based on longitude and latitude of the assumed sphere, and that said maps had to be patented based on that. And now there's this confinement, and there's not real free private exploration, and you can't go all the way south. I know we don't have a...
None of that's true, Witsit. None of that's fucking true. The king didn't say you're only allowed to use this map. That's a lie. I don't know where you fucking get it from. And yet, sorry, Zumi, I just get it wrong sometimes because I'm dumb. Yeah, Witsit, what the fuck are you on about, man? No king decreed that you have to use this map based on latitude and longitude. This is the lie flat earthers are told. There's no evidence of it anywhere.
Perfectly accurate map. So to create a model, which people are really just saying map, you would have to get past that like literal boundary, right? That enforced boundary against private exploration. But if we just take what they gave us, which, let's be honest, that's like a trap, because again, it isn't correct. We can still explain it all. We have a literal interactive model.
Based on the globe. You don't have a model. Shane stole a globe model, dude. You know that, right? No, you don't, because you're a liar.
Interactive model that shows all of it. There's not even a globe Earth model that does that, really. Like, people will say Google Earth. Google Earth isn't a globe.
There's not a globe Earth model that does... There's not a globe Earth model that does that. Is that what you're saying? What's this? This is a model that explains everything. Really bloody well. Witsit is a liar. Who would have thunk? No, that's not Universe Sandbox. That is Solar System Scope, Zumi.
But again, I'm not claiming a flat Earth model. I'm not saying I don't.
Yeah, I've got Witsit at 1.25. But the video that Witsit's playing is also at 1.25. So the video that Witsit's playing for me is 1.5, I guess.
I think we have a definitive model. The globe Earth doesn't have a model. Models aren't reality. These aren't scientific models. These are conceptual abstractions. Maps are just projections, etc. But he's just wrong. You can easily show the math. It's not difficult at all.
Boston.
All of the maths, Witsit, every single bit is based on the Earth being a globe. You were duped by a lie. No, you know it's a lie because you're a pathological liar.
I'll say this. Go ahead, take a minute, bring it up. I want to be respectful of everyone's time, so I wanted to keep this to, maybe 30. Are you guys okay with 30 more minutes? Is that okay?
No map as a model. What an effing nutcase. I guess you're not able to follow very simple sentences, but if we just use the map that they gave us as a flat Earth, we have created an interactive model explaining the sunset and sunrise locations, times, the distribution of light, the seasons, the appearance of the...
He's just lying. He is absolutely lying because... the model is Walter Bisland's model, right? You can even... If you go to Shane's website, and he's got the code for it, right? The only difference he made to the code was he removed Walter's copyright. What Shane did was actually copyright, like, infringement on Walter's model. And Walter would be within his right to sue Shane. Because the only difference that Shane made to the code was going in and removing the title that says copyright on it. That's it. Everything else about it is 100% the same. It is Walter Bisland's model that Shane stole. Everything that Witsit says here is a lie. It is an interactive model based on the azimuthal equidistant projection map, but showing it, this is the globe data projected onto that map, showing that that projection would, if we were to assume that that projection is the flat Earth, light would have to do crazy, circular, random things to get this sunset and stuff. It doesn't explain it. It says, look, this doesn't explain it.
Stars, all perfectly explained and interactive in that model. It is by definition a model, not a scientific one. But we're not claiming a definitive model or map because we know we can't freely and privately explore.
Oh, wait. You're not claiming a definitive model or map, yet you just said that you can go to Shane's model and have it all perfectly explained. Which one is it? Which one is it, Witsit? Is it a model that perfectly explains everything? Or is it not? Because you've just said two different things there. Stephen Jarvis, for £2, says, amazed he can sit after QE ripped him a new one. Oh, yeah, he must be sore. He's on some kind of donut. Hoax, please, for £4.99 says, love your channel. Great community. Well, I love you. And I love you. And I love you. You. No, not you. You're Gary. Get out. Fuck off, Gary.
If you don't understand that, rewind it, listen carefully, then rewind it again, then take some notes.
Yeah,
20, 30?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you guys okay with, I want to just pull the pin on a grenade, chuck it in, and back out, and let you guys go at it, because I'm getting yelled at for interrupting too much. But also, would you guys be okay with the last 10 minutes of the show, we look at some viewer questions? Is that okay? So can we do 20, are you guys okay with 25 more minutes or no?
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine. But I just
Wait. Hold on. You go with 25 more minutes?
Yeah.
Austin? Dave? Okay. So
Eric Appelding says, how does Witsit quantify a statement perfectly explains? He quantifies it by then saying it doesn't explain it because we don't have a map. Oh. Yeah. Not all Garys. Just that Gary. The rest of you Garys are fine. Just not you, Gary. You know which Gary you are.
I want to let everyone know. Hey, again, I'm getting a lot of shit for people.
Jimbo Con says, why did QE rip him a new one? Because he went on and tried to debate QE and basically lost to a flat earther. But, that's a flat earther debating a flat earther. So they both lost, really, but it was hilarious.
Maybe interrupting too much, but I just want to let people, I try to pick my spots, but what matters most is that these two gentlemen spent Saturday evening with me. 3 dudes on a date on Saturday night. We obviously could have been out there slaying puss, like, incredible.
Man Devil, no. That Gary can also fuck off.
Inappropriate. Nothing comes up when I Google Shane's model. I'll find it.
Double chads like we are.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because, like you just said, Witsit, it's we don't have a model. So why are you showing a model if you don't have one?
But make sure you check out their channels in the description below. Witsit Gets It has obviously a wide variety of content available, grounds or whatever. That's the last thing I want to dig. Yeah, I know. Well, that's what people say. So digitally or not. Curved, right? This guy, jumps out. This is when I think flat Earth. I've actually, because I've watched this video like in real time because I'm a space dork. Keep that in mind when we discuss. Not that my opinion matters; it's really the viewers' opinions that matter. And then I'll ask them in 5 minutes. So I want to bring up the conversation. Actually, you know what? Is there something that either one of you, Dave or Austin, that you really want to
God, this moderator is awful.
You've already given a bunch of your time. Should we not talk about the ice wall and the edge or the dome?
Well, I think I already addressed that. We can't freely privately explore there. It's the highest elevation in the world.
That's the edge we talk about. Yeah.
You can all go to
you can't fall off the edge of a lake or a pond. We don't know what's beyond it. Could there be more land? Sure. Could there be something containing it that touches down? Sure. We literally can't freely and privately explore it, so we don't know. It's kind of like saying, do you fall off the edge of a lake though? Like, no, I know it would serve as the shore.
Make sure you go to the South Pole with Will. Make sure you get over there.
Okay, dropping the link to the model.
The model that Shane
And
stole.
just so you guys know, again, not claiming this is definitively true. We don't need a model. It's just some people, they seem to not be able to even think about the information unless they have some type of visualization that breaks their cognitive for a second.
Oh, look. All
But here you see
based on
light,
the globe.
the night. What a coincidence that if you map out day and night on a plane, it does exactly what the light does in that dome. Isn't that probably a coincidence? Probably just a coincidence. And
Yeah,
people are like,
because
oh,
it's
matches
all
the globe.
projected
No, the globe was
from a
made
globe.
from observations
Look at that
from the
light
sky
doing
over
random
hundreds and hundreds
bendy
of years
things
and
for no
kept being
reason.
wrong, and still is wrong. But of course, it kind of matches part of it, of what happens in the sky, because that's how we made it. It's not complicated. But look, you can see.
Look at the bendy light doing random
this is
things
the direction
for
that
no
the sun sets
reason.
right here.
Look at the bendy.
You can come down here. You can go to latitude.
Yeah, but again, what you're showing is a globe projection. And of course, the data works because it's based on a globe projection. So of course it's going to work. But it works based on a globe. This is not what the Earth looks like. I checked.
latitude. You can move it all around. Go to longitude. You can change your camera direction. You can zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah, because that's what Walter's model
there you
did,
go.
and he stole it.
You can click on stars. So you can click on the sun track. See the track over here? And this is interactive. It's interactive. The link's in the description. Or I mean in the chat.
It's interactive because he stole it from someone that made it interactive.
Yeah. I'm in. And I had that pulled up. I was going to show that because he denied it existed. You would be nothing like that exists, or you guys would all be bragging about no, it does exist. I know falsification is independent of replacement. I know that there's not a definitive model or map. I know that these aren't scientific models. That these are abstracts, and the projections aren't necessarily true. That there's hundreds of them, or like over 200 of them. So
and none of them work. Not a single one of them actually work to explain everything, at all. Witsit, try taking that model of yours and making it above sea level. Oh shit! It's all stopped working. Oh no. So are you saying that we all exist just with our eyes at the floor? No, we don't. Witsit, there is no model of the flat earth that explains anything. And the fact that you are saying, oh, here's a model, but we don't have a model, you don't realise that that's fucking double speaking. When I go, here's a model, we actually have a model. I don't go, well, here's a model, but don't think about it as the actual model. Because I'm not a fucking moron. Jubilee Deluxe for €2 says, every time Witsit says literally take a shot. I would like to make a statement. Do not take a shot every time Witsit says literally. I do not want to be responsible for deaths. Please do not do that. Alcohol poisoning is a thing. Daniel Shit for 5 shut. Sorry, I just called you Daniel Shit. That's very bad of me. Daniel Shut for €5 says he thinks a model is any visualization of anything he can glue together. No theory or explanations to go with it. And speaking of glue, he huffed some. Yeah. During science class, he was the kid at the back eating the glue sticks. He was the ones the teacher didn't let use the Bunsen burner, you know? Oh, sorry, Austin. All the Bunsen burners are in use. But sir, what about that one? That one's broken. That one's broken. So what you're going to do is a macaroni art piece instead, and would maybe do the Bunsen burner for you another time. We're not going to do that. Okay, that was how it went. Dihydrogen monoxide for £5. Says, anyone else witness totality on April the 8th? I wish we could bring the Flerfs to see totality and watch them have panic attacks and try to explain it. Yeah, it makes them cry.
I don't make this a staple of my argument because I'm not claiming a definitive model. I don't need to. I know it's stupid.
Yes, you
because
do.
You can't freely and privately explore it.
Yes, you can.
And by the way, bro, if you can't understand that we can't, if you can't be honest, right, that since we can't freely and privately explore the Earth, there's no way for us to actually know exactly what it is.
You can.
If you have to lie about that. Then
it's a lie to say you cannot freely and privately explore the Earth. No one is going to stop you going wherever you want to go. All right? You could, if you were capable, get a boat, sail it through every ocean in the world, and then go to Antarctica. Pull up to the shore of Antarctica with your boat. Get out. Say hello to some penguins. Realise that they're actually fucking terrifying up close. And then go off for a walk into Antarctica. Do it as much as you want. No one's going to stop you. You go as far as you want. No one's going to go, what are you doing? Here's a gun. Get back in. No. They're just going to, all right, off you go, mate. All right. You're going to die. They probably tried to, wait, are you sure you don't want to, like, put on some warmer clothes and have a guide or something, you know? But no one's going to physically detain you and stop you. You can go wherever you want. Obviously, you can't just go to, like, other countries and stuff, but, you know, you can go to any ocean in the world and go to Antarctica. No one will stop you. In fact, I encourage you, Witsit, go to Antarctica. Don't come back. Lucas, £5. Shane says no light bending required. Apart from the bending of light in the model, of course. Austin says the coffee cup caustic explains the light pattern and demonstrates light bending. So which is it? Flat Earthers are idiots is the answer.
then something's going on, right? Like, what's going on mentally where you feel the need to be dishonest?
There you go. Have a wrench.
Honest about basic things such as disputing, since we can't freely and privately explore the Earth, we can never know exactly what it is.
We can't.
Or exactly
You're just
how
a liar.
it's laid out. Like, this is just very basic stuff.
Okay, so
can we address the Felix thing though, since you brought it up?
Go ahead.
Okay, so
He's
yeah, I
talking
guess-
about the diver, right? The Felix.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it looks like the Earth is a ball, obviously, an extremely small ball.
He's in
So
lower Earth orbit here.
He said he didn't agree to mod. Just, yeah, but at first we did agree that he was going to moderate. I made a point. My only stipulation was that I just needed some fair moderation because he's going to try to interrupt a lot. Then the day of, he emailed and said that.
Not
No,
like-
he's not. He's 180,000 feet up, so that's actually very low. And
That's lower
this was
Earth
sponsored. Real fast. This is sponsored by GoPro. So this is a GoPro fisheye lens. If you look at the video, the angle from inside the cockpit, or whatever you want to call it, you can actually see the horizon's flat. So Neil deGrasse Tyson himself came out and addressed this idea that like people think that Felix was so high that he could see the curvature of the Earth.
That's from the cockpit. That's from...
But just confirming the flat earther is coming. Oh God, do you guys want to see the photo he just sent me? So I'm having a debate after this stream, and flat earther just confirmed that he's coming. And he's just sent me a picture. I don't know why flat earthers send me pictures like this. Let me turn the brightness down on my phone. Why? Why? I don't want that. Like, what's wrong with him? In about 45 minutes. Right. So I'm probably going to have to do part 4 for Witsit. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I know, Rach. It's terrifying. Only Flerfs says rotation curve. Sorry, dihydrogen monoxide.
No, that's not. That's from outside. Still using the GoPro.
That's
and what
gotcha.
you can
We
prove.
admit that is exaggerated curvature.
Yeah, so Dave was at least pretty honest there, and that is exaggerated. But this is what is so funny. See, time is the Glober's best friend, because what they won't tell you is they showed this to the world. Everyone thought he was so high you could see the curve of the Earth, and they're like, "Wow, look at that! He's in space and you can see the globe." And everyone thought it was real. Globers went spammed it everywhere as if it disproved flat Earth. Ha ha ha! Stupid flat Earthers, right? And then we started pointing out, wait, no, look, the curvature rate constantly changes. Look, New Mexico is taking up most of the quote unquote globe. This would be a globe that's like.
Yeah, because it's fisheye cameras, and no one ever claimed it wasn't fisheye cameras. So, I mean, frankly, any glober that claimed, "Oh, that's proof of the globe based on the cameras," didn't have an argument because they were fisheye cameras. But you could clearly see the dude was fucking in space. All that black shit with no firmament gave it away. Calculus HVH, $5 says he looks like the worst version of Eric Dubay. It was even possible to be worse than Eric Dubay. It's quite hard to be worse than Eric Dubay, isn't it? And worse to be a yoga teaching Nazi piece of shit. It's quite hard.
Like 1/500th the size that you claim that it is, right? Like, oh, look, it's going concave and convex. It's changing the rate. It's clearly because it's using a fisheye lens. Well, of course it is. It's sponsored by GoPro. And so it's imposing curvature
no one
on
said
a
it
flat
wasn't.
plane at a distance, tilted down at an angle. And we proved it's pretty easy. New Mexico isn't most of the Earth. And then Neil deGrasse Tyson came out only after we proved it, and we sent our own independent high-altitude balloons up 120, 130,000 feet, showing that the horizon's completely flat. Then Neil...
No, every single balloon you guys have sent up has used fisheye lens. You know whose balloon didn't use a fisheye lens? Anyone? Mr. Sensibles. Oh, look at that beautiful curve of the Earth. Why did you guys send up balloons with fisheye lenses on? That's what I want to know. That was a silly thing to do, Austin.
Neil deGrasse Tyson came out and as the propagandist and said, "Oh, you wouldn't see the curvature of the Earth from Felix Baumgartner's height. People think you saw the curve of the Earth, or that he was in space. No, you weren't. No, you don't see the curve at that height. You're only 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You would never know." Blah blah blah. So now what's happened over the years is the Globers have gone back and said, "Oh, Witsit's wrong. He has no idea what he's talking about." Blah blah blah. If you know the actual history of it, the reason flat Earth is going nowhere and we have a 99% retention rate is because we're truth seekers. We constantly catch them lying. We constantly expose it.
Yeah, I don't think flat Earth has that high of a retention rate, to be honest. I think most flat earthers probably realize how dumb they are and then just stop posting on Facebook and X. Alright? It's only you hardcore morons that stay flat earthers. And you think flat Earth is growing because people will go, "Oh, the Earth's flat, look at all this stuff." And then after 2 or 3 days go, "Yeah, I was wrong," and never post again. Flat Earth isn't growing. Your lies are.
Then they move the goalpost, they come up with some new propaganda narrative, and then they keep changing it over and over and over, and then they all blindly repeat it and regurgitate it like it's a religion, and they won't tell you the truth. No Globe Earth defender that's vocal online is going to go tell you that whole history accurately. They're not going to tell you that National Geographic got caught faking footage to claim they proved the globe.
Watch this. The National Geographic footage was deceptively edited and did not prove the globe. How's that, Witsit? Because you know what? Pretty much everyone that I know in this space understands that and agrees with it and has actually said the same thing. No one should use that as evidence of the globe because it was edited to look cool on TV. I have emailed the people that did it and I've had no response, and so have other people that I know and they've had no response. No real honest truth seeker or real honest glober will say that that proves the Earth is a globe. It's an edited video. Not conclusive of anything.
More than once. They're not going to tell you any of this stuff. They're not going to tell you that the 24-hour sun video of Antarctica that everyone spread around as if it debunked flat Earth was proven to be doctored and faked, and they ended up coming out and admitting that it was faked. They're not going to tell you any of that because they're
They didn't admit it was faked. Lucas for $2 says, Flerf video views down 80% since 2018. Yeah, but don't tell on that because it's just being suppressed. Wolf Dances for $2. This Earth is close. This Earth is far away. Father Ted for the win.
dishonest. Okay. Yeah.
It's on a,
the curvature is still there.
Yeah, it's on a squish.
Well, you say that, okay, but according to even Neil deGrasse Tyson, you would never see the curvature of the Earth from that high because you'd only be 2 millimeters above a typical blown up beach ball or whatever. But
what about that?
The point that's important here is I've heard Dave say, and I don't watch this, I'll be honest with you, bro, but like I listened to a few minutes of it earlier. I heard you say something.
You should watch your debunkers, dude. That's time well spent.
No, I watched some of his older stuff. Okay. I watched the better quote unquote debunkers, and I've heard all their arguments are all played out, and then they all come and just repeat them to me, and then I'm in Discord and I hear the best they got. They all repeat the new religious talking point. So I'm
No. They're not religious talking points. They're just facts. We will state a fact, like gravity explains something. You'll go, oh, that's a religion. We'll explain a fact, like refraction is a thing, and you'll call it a religion. It doesn't make it a religion. It just makes you a fucking idiot.
more up to date with the quote unquote debunks that they claim than almost anyone. I don't need to go watch Professor Dave be wrong about everything. And even
if you're up to date with the debunks, then why couldn't you get fucking star rotations? Witsit, we don't ever go the other side of the stars.
His own side is like embarrassed because he's so wrong about everything. I actually go look at the best argument. I come up with better arguments to still man the globe than most of the globe earthers can come up with.
No, you don't. You can't steel man the globe. Again, because, and I want you to pay attention here at Witsit, this is an important thing that you need to understand. The reason you can't steel man the globe is, and come close, you're a fucking idiot. Okay?
Because this kind of painted it out as if like, I just never look at the opposition. I'm in an echo chamber. That's not true at all. Anyone that knows me, I'm on Discord all the time. You can come debate me all the time. I've been debating people all the time. I've debated 400 times more in Discord constantly. 5v1, 10v1. I used to go in servers where it was literally 10, 15 versus 1.
Yeah, except that the 11 times that you came and debated me on Discord didn't happen, apparently.
One. It's all the same stuff, bro. But anyway, so this is the problem. I'm on Flat Earth Fridays on X. You can pop in there.
Position.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, with all straw mans. But look, this is what I want to point out. Dave said that...
Flat Earth Friday on X. Biggest echo chamber ever. I lasted 20 minutes when he booted me.
This guy was in his balloon and it maintained the momentum due to the conservation of momentum with the spin of the Earth. So when he fell out, he maintained that momentum.
Yeah.
Felix Baumgartner landed like dozens of miles in the opposite direction.
Well, he accelerated.
Yeah, you're so smart. I wasn't saying that like a flex. I'm just saying that the claim that I'm like scared to debate or I stay in echo chamber is clearly not true. Anyone that's ever kept up with my stuff, I go out of my...
You won't debate me anymore because I've ruined you so many times. Hey, right. I'll admit that one of the times that you debated me about relativity, I didn't understand that particular part of the topic as well as I should have, and I said a couple of things that were wrong. Didn't mean that you were right, and your conclusion was still wrong. I just had to go and study to understand why, and I did, and then completely eviscerated you. You were never right, and did you never win? And now you will not debate me again because I can rip apart your nonsense piece by piece.
My way to do the opposite. I even put glasses on and pretend to be a globe earther and give them stronger arguments than they have so that we can get to the bottom of it. I still man the globe.
No, you don't.
Make the arguments better than globe earthers can because truth doesn't fear investigation.
You can't do that because you're too dumb.
I don't actually have the glasses on the desk right now. I will put, you can go watch my content. I'll put glasses on and I'll start being a glober and I will make the best argument they can, even better than they usually do.
No, you
So
don't.
that's what flat earthers do. They still man the globe. Flat
No,
earthers
they
are flat
don't.
earthers because they went to try to disprove flat earth. They went to try to prove the globe, and then they couldn't do it.
The reason they couldn't do it, Witsit, is because, you know, you and all the other flat earthers weren't smart enough. That's why you couldn't disprove it. You're too dumb. You're too dumb to disprove the flat earth, so you're a flat earther. You don't understand the globe, so you're a flat earther. You can't steel man. You don't have the ability to steel man the globe because you're too thick to understand the physics behind it. You are incapable of steel manning the globe because you're a moron.
Okay, so we still man the globe.
No, you don't.
The globe earthers,
You've never done that.
all of them, straw man the flat earthers. They all claim that.
There's no way to straw man the flat earth because there is no cohesive flat earth model, which you've told us many times. We can't straw man the flat earth because there's nothing to straw man. There's nothing to flat earth.
Sunsets don't work on a flat earth.
They
No,
don't.
one flat earther agrees with you. We all think that's super simple and like an
Because you're fucking idiots and don't understand the fact that things set, and that's impossible on the flat earth.
elementary student could understand it. You can replicate it. We've done it. We've seen it disappearing
No, you
above
haven't.
the horizon. We know that they could happen. It's not complicated. Just like streetlights go down, they get further away. They look like they're going down. They get further away from.
Streetlights don't set unless they're on a hill. That's the only time that a streetlight looks like it's setting. If they're on a flat road, they don't set. They just get smaller. Sun doesn't do that. It sets.
You right and converge down to the middle. My point is, one side is honest, is looking for the truth, has to take all kinds of shots. People want to call them stupid, even though, let's be honest, like most flat earthers are probably 1-2 standard deviations above the average normal distribution of IQ. And
Not true. Certainly not fucking true. Most flat earthers struggle to tie their shoelaces and need to go outside with a crash helmet. Flat earthers do not have high IQs.
and they excel in pattern recognition. I know this because I know a lot of them. Not all of them, obviously, and not the IQ is the end all be all. My point is that like it's actually very intelligent people, strong-willed people, diligently researched people that have the balls to then come out and say what they think publicly.
Idiots saying stupid shit online. That's not smart.
Despite everyone's going to attack them, and the people that call them stupid, they couldn't even like touch this conversation in the form of a debate. They don't understand any of it. They don't even know the globe model, much less do they understand the flat Earth position. Much less do they.
You don't know the globe model. You don't have a position. Again, you're an idiot.
Actually comprehend the evidence against the globe model. And then the people that get propped up in the algorithms, they all straw man it. So if you censor flat earth, the real position, the real arguments, and then you prop up all the propaganda and the lies and the straw mans misrepresenting what they think, how do people know what flat earth actually is? They prop up flat earth society that says things that we don't actually think that are crazy. Then they prop
well, okay, so what if the flat earth society are real? All right, I think they're jokes, but what if they are real and they think that you guys are trying to make fun of them? You know, that's the problem, Austin, is that there is no flat earth model for us to attack. Right? So you can say it's a straw man. It might be a straw man of a position that you personally hold, but there might be another flat earther that holds that position. So we cannot definitively straw man a flat earth because you do not have a definitive position for us to straw man. Okay?
up anti-flat earthers that blatantly and overtly lie about flat earthers and then do stuff like Dave where he's like, no flat earth will even touch the distribution of light question. Dude, it's been thoroughly demonstrated and proven for years now,
no, it
right?
hasn't.
And then you just keep us censored and suppressed, and that way people go looking at flat earth and they hear someone like this with such conviction and
Yes, you're so censored and suppressed. I mean, I'm really suppressing you right now.
confidence, just lying, but they're like, oh, well, the flat earth can't be true. I'm not going to keep looking into this. I'm not going to be the crazy, stupid person that thinks this is true. That's literally what happens. It's like, if you're new to this, you just were shown the Matrix. You were just shown you're plugged in, right? And once you, if you're honest,
Matrix
once
was a
you
movie,
actually start
dude.
going down the path and looking for a truth, there's no going back. There's your disclaimer.
So when he, I mean, when you watch this,
here's my disclaimer.
He did not maintain his position, right?
Austin, here's my disclaimer and response to what you just said.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Yes, Austin, because, you know, you're fucking you're so dumb. J.R. Pence, $5 says an overactive ability to see patterns is the root of developing conspiracy theories. They're so good they see them when they aren't there. Yes, that's called just being a fucking moron. Ellipse Chris for $5 says Witsit is so far up his own ass, which is why he is so great at making crap up. He is a walk and talking fallacy that's a stain on the human race. Don't be so mean to stains on the human race. They do not deserve that kind of treatment.
Yeah, but if you're spinning underneath him, why would he fall in the opposite direction?
What's going on?
Someone said, who buys this BSL? Well, literally, we're sitting here watching. It's recorded. We're watching him blatantly lie over and over and over.
He didn't lie once. You just didn't understand
He's literally
it.
lying. So I'm not. What are you talking about? Globe earthers, straw man, flat earthers all the time.
Well, he's falling. Is there no interaction with the atmosphere? Is there absolutely no change in what's going on?
Well, there's not much atmos up that high. You could say once he got down, he started drifting, if that's what you want to claim. I mean, I actually looked at the weather data. It seemed like there wasn't much wind. I'm pointing out that your claim that he was just following the Earth is patently false. He fell like 40 miles in the wrong direction.
Okay, well, on a
that
flat
is
Earth,
a curvature of
you're
Earth.
going straight up and straight down, so it actually obliterates your position. I don't know what you're gloating about here.
What?
I didn't know.
No,
There's a flat Earth going straight up and straight down. Why would there be any discrepancy in where he lands if it was a flat Earth?
Okay, it wouldn't obliterate my position. We can both agree now it has something to do with wind, and your claim that, or just the angle at which he actually jumped out. He jumped out at an angle, right? And as he's falling, gaining momentum, he's going at an angle. But he claimed in his most recent video that he was just falling with the Earth and fell down where he started because he rotated with the Earth, and that's literally not true. He fell like 40 miles in the wrong direction according to the globe Earth spin. He was.
No. I mean, he landed where he was meant to, and you got to think about wind and everything as well. I mean, he didn't land that far away from where he went up. If you account for wind and stuff like that, you know. It's a question. Rageit17 says, Craig, would you concede that cannabis use contributes to people having delusions like these? Possibly. Now, here's the thing about weed that's quite important is that I don't think anyone should smoke it before the age of 25, 27. Your brain doesn't really finish developing until you're like that age. A recent study I read even indicated that your brain hasn't fully finished developing until, you know, the age of around 30. But definitely before 25, the use of cannabis can have long-term ill effects. In that it can affect the way that certain pathways are made because the brain hasn't finished developing correctly yet, and it can interfere with that process. After the age of 25, I don't think cannabis itself causes any harm. However, people that have psychosis and psychological issues, any mood-altering drug of any kind is going to affect them. Cannabis isn't for everyone, okay? Cannabis is for people that are mentally stable, I guess, and, you know, don't have psychosis issues and things like that, and it's certainly not for people that are younger than the age of 25 to 27. So yeah, possibly, Rajit, I possibly think that cannabis use and maybe other drugs could have helped people like this hold these ridiculous beliefs because it could have damaged their brain before they'd finished developing. Who knows? Me personally, I didn't touch cannabis until I was, I think, 26. Pretty much every day since then, but you know. But hey, anyway, that's my opinion and thoughts based on the studies that I have read. Dihydrogen monoxide, £2 says, call up Einstein, my facepalm surpassed light speed. Oh shit, we just destroyed the universe. Fuck. Caucasian Sensation for $2 says, brother, we just trade one addiction for another. Hey, ain't that true?
Just following with the Earth is ridiculous and stupid, and
like
not true.
Ridiculous and stupid. That's obscene. But I think much more importantly, what you absolutely can't explain is why that guy fell down.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just blatantly a red herring fallacy. Look how excited he is. And he just blatantly used a red herring fallacy and obfuscated, ran away because he couldn't concede he was wrong.
Absolutely can't explain is why that guy.
It wasn't a fallacy. And what you did there, which it was just a fallacy.
fell down.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh, the
because
gravity
he-
calculation.
Gravity. Let's do electric
Gravity.
gravity. Let's talk about it. Let's.
yeah, because he has weights when he's more dense in the air and he went
What
down.
is weight?
It is mass times gravity. Mass is volume times density times downward acceleration. Gravity is little g, which is just downward acceleration, 9.8
Yeah,
meters
due
per
to the
second
mass
squared,
of the
which you
Earth.
falsely claim that we can't. Because he has weights when he's more dense in the air and he went
What
down.
is weight?
It is mass times gravity. Mass is volume times density times downward acceleration. Gravity is little g, which is just downward acceleration, 9.8
Yeah,
meters
due
per
to the
second
mass of
squared,
the
which you
Earth.
mass times gravity. Mass is volume times density times downward acceleration. Gravity is little g, which is just downward acceleration, 9.8
Yeah,
meters
due
per
to the
second
mass-
squared. It is mass times gravity. Mass is volume times density
Sorry, I
times
just
downward
want to hear that
acceleration.
once
Gravity is
more.
little g, which is just downward acceleration, 9.8
Yeah,
meters
due
per
to the
second
mass of
squared,
the
which you
Earth.
falsely claim that we can't derive, but you can do that with a kinematic equation, strictly a kinematic equation.
Get me
Yes, you can.
9.81 meters per second
He just said no, you can't.
squared without using the mass of the Earth.
Literally, you can do it with a kinematic equation. It's also been done with
I
elect.
can't see it. Where?
Literally, you can't. Is what he said.
No, you can't. You cannot derive 9.8 meters per second squared without using the mass of the Earth. It's involved in the calculations. You can measure that. You can measure that acceleration, kinematics, but you cannot derive the 9.8 meters per second squared without using the mass of the Earth. But that's maths, Witsit, and you wouldn't get that.
Yeah, initial height, velocity, and time will give you. It's actually height, initial velocity, and time. It's this very simple kinematic equation. You can determine the rate at which things fall with a kinematic equation.
Does not explain anything.
Basic understanding of kinematics would make sure you knew that, since it's just a quantified.
Which you don't have. Witsit, you don't have a basic understanding of kinematics. Right. Gonna finish up in about 5 minutes, and then get ready for hopefully the debate. The Flerf has contacted me, so we're gonna have to do a part 4, guys, to get through the rest of this. It's painful, I know. Lucas for $5 says, wouldn't density mediating gravity mean you would accelerate faster the higher up in the atmosphere you go? Yeah, but they don't care about problems. We're just strawmanning them, right?
Effect of things falling. It doesn't require any forces. Doesn't require. You're just saying, okay, let's quantify how fast things fall on average. Here's an equation that does that. It doesn't
explain
it's so
why.
Simple. You the same exact 9.8 meter second value. That's just the effect. Did you know that 9.8 meters per second squared is just the effect? It isn't even like the claim.
Yes,
cause.
Dennis, it will.
What do you mean the claim?
So-
It's a value. It's an acceleration due to the mass of the Earth. That's why G changes.
Do it then. Let's see your equation. Go to my previous stream. I show the equation. It's publicly available information. It's in a university textbook. It's
And it does not, like Dave just said, it does not explain why little g varies where you are on Earth. Kinematics doesn't explain that. Just describes what you see.
literally in a university textbook, dude.
The debate is literally in about 30 minutes. It should already be up on the channel. If you subscribed, you should be getting a notification any second now.
With radius, with elevation on different celestial bodies. That's why G is different on the moon. It's different on Mars. You think that's all fake, of course. But yeah. So, very, very simply, you cannot explain why things fall.
Let's see your equation. I don't know where it's at now, dude. But I just told you what the equation is. You use height,
Is he arguing with someone in
time,
his chat?
and initial velocity, and you can determine the rate at which things fall.
Down. You just can't do it.
You can never find the people in his chat that are saying against him, because obviously they get deleted and banned, and he's never actually there to see who he's responding to. Eclipse Chris for £2, thank you, says play MC Tunes music for Witsit's moon explanation. I think that's what we will finish up with, actually.
I can.
No, you can't.
Everything. It's more dense in the air, and so the question would be,
So
why is there up?
why does it go down?
Why is it down? That's your
But it's
question.
less dense too. The air
You
above
see how I knew what he was going to say? I started trying to say, and he interrupted me. What's going on?
But it's less dense. Should fall up.
Why is it?
Right, okay. We're going to leave it there at 2 hours 35. We'll come back to that on what day are we on? Wednesday. I guess we could finish it up tomorrow. We'll see. Monkey Cat Pat Pat for $5 says, I think I figured out how not to soup. Oh, wait. Crap. Yeah, you didn't do it, guy. Unfortunately, you didn't not super chat. Instead of the usual music, we're going to play a new tune. A new tune from Tune. Wait, where is it? Well, it must be just on the normal MC Tune channel. Here we go.
What is a full moon and what is a new moon on your model?
Probably like a magnetic cycle, and just like this.
Right, so thank you very much for watching, guys. I always appreciate you being here. You know I love every single one of you, not you, Dave. Dave? Not you, Gary. Fuck. Words. Hard. In 30 minutes, I should be debating a Flerf that thinks that the military are following him. and they are like putting stuff in cell towers near him, and he can explain gravity gradient navigation by saying frequency. And please enjoy this new tune by MC Toon. If you're not subscribed to MC Toon, go and do that. He has 2 channels, Conspiracy Tunes and MC Toon Live. See you all in about 30 minutes.
What is a full moon and what is a new moon on your model?
Probably like a magnetic cycle, and just like the center of a ferrous element of a magnet.
It's probably like a magnetic cycle, just like the center of a ferrous spiral. Image of a magnet, it's just black in the middle. It's actually pure inertia, not just a little. In the ferrous cell image of a magnet, it actually goes into its inertial state, then charges back up. It becomes like etherically displaced. Yeah, you start to see it charge up once more, and it goes back like it did before. Once it becomes like etherically spaced, you see it charge up and take its place. Oh, shucks, ain't that so? That's how moon phases work, fam. Pass the dresser. In the magnet's heart, centrifugal divergence flies, centripetal convergence pulls. Defying all science, etheric whispers sing, light and shadow blend, magnetic cycles spin, where physics seems to end. In the ferrous cell image of a magnet, it actually goes into its inertial state, then charges back up. It becomes like etherically displaced. Yeehaw! Grab your partner, swing around, magnetic cycles up and down. Either song in the air, hillbilly science everywhere, cause it's like etherically displaced. Yeehaw! Hell yo, belly on up to the Witsit word salad buffet. Who has light vinaigrette? It's behind the Judder Ranch.
Then charges back up, and once it becomes like etherically displaced again, you start to see it charge up throughout a cycle, and it goes back.
Actually, I had that 1.25. It was even better. Brilliant. Oh, guys, thank you.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna improvise. I'm freestyling off the top of the dome. So I need some random words and
Bloody
suggestions.
YouTube autoplay. Stop. Thank you very much for watching. Again, I will see you in about 30 minutes. Hopefully the other Flerf does not run away. You know, because you know what Flerfs are like sometimes. Even though they're like, yeah, I'll be there in 45 minutes, they then just disappear. So, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate the support, the super chats and everything. It is amazing as normal. You guys absolutely fucking rock. I love every single one of you. Not you, Gary. Guys, I love this fucking job. You know, I've got the best job in the world because of you guys. Play then. Come on. Oh, my input isn't working. What's going on here? That was fun. There we go.
FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Earth thinks that evolution is real. Chemtrails don't exist, vaccines work. Climate change is happening, we landed on the moon. The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Studios not alright.
Alejandro Vallejo says, never thought the ramblings of a jackass could make such a catchy chorus. Yeah, Toon is a genius for making that tune.
Basically an idiot. Studios not alright. Fight the flood. Welcome to the FTFE show. Studios not alright. Baby, it's not alright. Nathan Oakley has a small penis. Nathan Oakley has a small penis. It's basically an idiot. Baby, it's not alright. Fight the flat earth. not right. Fight the flat earth.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you stay in the chat, you should automatically be taken to the next live stream's chat. Remember, stupidity is not alright. Fight the flat earth.
Fight the flat. 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 Fight the flat.
Hi, my name is Nathan Oakley, and I have been lying to people about the Earth being flat for a lot of years. I did this to hide the fact I have a small penis.
Level